Shalom, shalom, shalom to anybody out there watching. Today is July 31st, and yeah, it's Wednesday, July 31st, the day before August 2024. And just wanted to check in real quick, make a quick video. First of all, I wanted to update. I wanted to actually thank all those who tuned into my last video about me losing my full-time job. I got a lot of views on that and a lot of comments, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people who I guess, they were feeling the same, a lot of the same thoughts I was, or going through a lot of the same things. So it was nice to be able to talk with a lot of people and people sharing their, sharing their experiences and opening up about their circumstances and all that stuff. I'm really happy that, that video reached so many people and got a lot of new subscribers out of it. So thank you for subscribing to those who did. I'm not sure what anyone's expecting from this channel, but for me, it's just always been about just putting my raw thoughts out there. It is a spiritually inclined channel, but it's not to, it's just my raw thoughts, things that I mull over in my own time with being the Most High. Certain things I put out there, just to, like I said, for me, it's more about, it's therapeutic for me because it's still a lot of things I'm working through, but it's also to help anybody out there who might feel less inclined to come forward and talk about some of the things they might be going through or feeling themselves. So I'm glad that my previous video did that for quite a few people. And so if anybody's watching from that video, salute, hello, thank you, and hope y'all having a great day. Just wanted a quick update, give y'all a quick update. I just got back from Austin. I was at DreamCon 2024, which, if you're not familiar, it's an anime / gaming / geek culture convention. It's very heavily rooted in Black Pride. It's just a lot of, it's a conference for everybody, but DreamCon has been the one conference where it's like it feels really inclusive of our people, Black people, and I really love that about it the most. I love how so many people can come out and I thought somebody was waving at me. How so many people can come out and just be themselves, and with no fear of judgment, with no no trepidation or anything like that. A lot of people, they do something they call cosplaying, where they dress up as like their favorite anime or video game characters or movie characters or whoever. Or some people just come out in cool outfits. It's a lot of panels and discussions and games going on and all kinds of stuff, parties. It was a very fun time. So that's where I was the past few days. I was in Austin, Texas at DreamCon. And those of the Israelite faith who might be watching this might be seeing it and like, man, you're not supposed to be doing all that kind of stuff. Look, man, I don't know. What the Most High is showing me is to just go out and do you, man. Just go out and do what you love and affect the people who gravitate to you. I'm not saying to be out there and participating in debauchery and all that kind of stuff, but what's the scripture say? Be in the world, be not of the world. So you can be in the world, because how are you going to affect anybody? How are you going to spread your light? How are you going to impact anybody in any positive way or any way, period, by not being around them? We always say our goal is to go out here and wake up the masses, but we keep shunning the masses. I see a lot of divisive rhetoric and energy about that. We go out here and shun the masses instead of being amongst them and showing them how you can still live in a certain, to a certain code, whatever code that is. For some of us, it's living by the biblical standards of the laws and the statutes and the commandments, and for others, it's just about just being an overall just good person. There are good people who don't really have knowledge of the Bible, and there are a lot of people who claim, who are quote unquote Bible thumpers, who really have some of the most wicked hearts. So you can't judge a book by its cover, man. Like I said, I've gotten screwed over by more people in the truth than those in the world, for whatever that's worth. So I've unsubscribed to this idea that I can only interact with people who are in the world, or who are. Of course, I prefer to be around like-minded people, but you don't only have to interact with those who believe the same way you do or who live the same way you do. You can interact with everybody, man. Most High works through everybody. And you never know what kind of connection you can make and what kind of impact you can make on somebody else. What if you just being around them, inspires them or encourages them to ask you, what you got going on, and once they hear, and if they like your energy and they feel your energy, and they hear, oh man, this is what you're into, and then it makes them curious, even if it doesn't ultimately result in them finding the Most High or finding, whatever it is they're looking for. At the very least, you were able to impact them enough to cause them to seek, and sometimes sometimes that's it. Sometimes, look, somebody said that they were like, I'm just out here to put the truth out there and to, speak life into you. What you do with it is your choice, but as long as I got you to think about something, that's a job well done for me. So, I'd say, man, look, I'm just going to go keep enjoying my life. Been dealing with a lot of things past couple of days. Some people thinking, I'm not even going to get into that, but those things I've been dealing with really, really kind of underscore what I've been feeling and what I've been saying here. It's just that don't worry about what other people think about you or what they're saying about you. If they don't approve of what you're doing, who you are. Had somebody tell me that they don't like who I've become. All I've ever done was try to live by a biblically sound standard, which is living by the laws of the Most High set forth. And I'm not perfect at that. I don't get it perfect every time. I mess up. I backslide. I'm human, just like everybody else. And I pray daily, and I try to strive toward repentance, and I just try to do better each day. So, if somebody doesn't like me because of that, that's their problem. That's not my problem. And I think that's how everybody should approach it. Like, you just be who you want to be. Be who you are. Don't let anybody try to create this blueprint or this framework of who you should be, and don't twist and turn and bend over backwards to try to fit into it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. Now, I'm not saying if people, I'm not saying like go out here and just be crazy and doing people wrong or anything like that. Like, I still personally believe you have to live by a morally sound code, But in terms of like, if what you're doing is not hurting anybody else, then just do what you do. Don't let nobody judge you, man, and don't let nobody stop your motion. A lot of the stuff people were saying to me over the past couple of days had me feeling like I wasn't shit in life. I've never accomplished anything. Had me feeling, had me second guessing everything I've ever done, everything I've ever thought, and everything I've ever felt, and everything I believe. And I had to take a step back, and I'm like, I didn't get as far as I've gotten in life by listening to that kind of bullshit. And excuse my language, but so why should I start now? I'm always going to take the feedback, because it's always good to see what people actually think. It's good to just know, like, okay, how do you perceive me, and why do you perceive me that way? Just because I'm open to hearing it, and I am open. You have to be honest with yourself in this kind of exercise. Because if I hear something and it's actually true, like, okay, wow, I really am this way, and I do see how that's detrimental to either myself or those around me, I'm going to take the corrective measures to fix that. But that's not always the case. As a matter of fact, most often than not, it's more projection and more people, kind of expressing what they feel internally about themselves onto you. And you have to it's a skill that you kind of have to develop to pick up on that and repel that which doesn't align with who you are. You can say whatever you want about me, but if it's not true, it's not true. So if I walk away and I say, you know what, I don't accept that because that's not me, and I don't know who you think I am, you're going to have to just eat that. And if you're still mad at me because I'm not conforming to whatever you want me to be, then you just going to have to be mad where you at. I don't have to deal with you. You don't have to deal with me. There are 8 billion people on this earth. So I just wanted to put that message out there for some reason today. That was, I say for some reason, I don't know the reason, but it's very heavy on me today. No more negativity for me. If you coming at me with that kind of energy, man, like, you can just, like, bro, just leave. Like, if you don't want to, like, I've had people tell me, like, they want nothing to do with me, but then they continue to stalk me and message me and all kind of stuff. So it's kind of weird. I don't want to even say just kind of weird. Like, that's actually is understating just how, I want to say it's more, to me, it's actually kind of scary, how some people actually think and behave out here. So I would just rather you just remove yourself, or I'm gonna remove myself, and I'm gonna keep walking forward. You walk left, I walk right. Like, if you don't like me, keep walking. You don't have to stop for me. There is nobody on this earth that has any authority over you. I need more people to realize that nobody has authority over you on this earth. I mean, of course, for me personally, I stick by the biblical standard of honor your father and mother. My father is gone, so for me, it's my mother. And although I don't agree with everything my mother believes, or I don't agree with everything she says, or I don't necessarily think she has all the answers, I'm always going to listen to her counsel, because she has wise counsel. She's been on this earth a lot longer than I have. And I'm going to take her advice and her suggestions seriously. I might not always implement them, or I might not always accept them, but I will always consider them. So for me, it's the Most High, then my mother. Anybody else, it's more. Of course, I got a few others in my life. Uncle Robert, shout out to you if you see this video, Uncle Robert, love you. And just I have some close friends who I care about, and if they tell me, if they have a serious concern for me, and it's a valid concern, keyword being valid, I take that and I process it in whatever way it needs to be processed. Sometimes that results in me changing my ways. Sometimes that results in me saying, you know what, I don't agree. You can't just take everybody's feedback. Everybody's feedback is not valuable in this world. And you can't just take what everybody's saying. Because I've had it where I have 5 people over here saying this and 5 people over here saying the opposite. My bad, hands cover the camera. I've had 2 different sides of the coin, and it's like, okay, I can't listen to both sides, right? So clearly something's at odds here. I'm not sure. I don't live a double life, so I can see that being the case. If you live a double life and you got this group of people thinking one thing about you and this group of people thinking another thing about you, that's going to happen. But it also happens to those who are just genuine people and authentic people. I'm the same person to everybody, and people know that about me. But yet you still have others who swear I'm down, that like I'm not doing right. But these group of people, I'm the same person to this group of people over here, and they love me. They don't have that kind of hate and vitriol for me, but this group of people does. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. All I can do is, we like to say, chew the meat, spit the bones. That means I'm gonna take the good and the bad, because if it's bad in there that's actually valid, I want to correct it, because I don't want to have that in my spirit. I don't want the chance to project that into anybody else's spirit. So I'm going to take the bad, I'm going to correct the bad, I'm going to take the good, I'm going to rejoice in the good, and then all the invalid stuff is just going to fall into the abyss, because it's invalid. It doesn't matter. Like I said, not everybody's opinion matters. I think we all need to work on our spiritual discernment to identify when those, and I think there's a source of a lot of people's angst is you got all these people, because I know you love and care about some of these people in your life who might think that they're actually looking out for your best interest. I don't know. And some people are really just out here to antagonize and just to be petty. But it's all about balance, and it's all about, I take every single, I filter every single thing that I hear or that I see and experience, and I work on it individually. I take it to the Most High, I pray on it, I meditate on it. If I have to make changes, I make changes. If I feel like it's projection, or if I feel like it's just somebody hating, guess what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to toss it away, because it doesn't matter. So yeah, and that's why I feel like, walking this earth, I look at most people, man, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care, you can have fancy clothes, cars. I don't care how many, lavish vacations. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I deal with you according to how you deal with me. If our first interaction, is positive, it's good. Let's go. If it's negative, hey, I'm good. We keep moving. I'm cool. I don't need everybody's validation. I don't value everybody's opinion, and you shouldn't either. Not even mine. Like not for nothing. If you value my advice, if you value my opinion, I'll give it. I don't one thing I've stopped doing is I've stopped offering um, my advice and my opinions without someone asking me for them. Because what say do I have on how anybody else chooses to live their life, or what they choose to do with their life, or anything, you know? And then, yeah, just to go back to the point of, there's no authority on this planet except those that you submit yourself to. So one example I want to give is like money, right? We submit ourselves to authority mostly to keep the gravy train of money flowing. So whether that's your boss at work, whether that's, you having to adhere to like YouTube guidelines, for instance. We're here on YouTube. There's certain things I can't say or do on YouTube, otherwise my account will be shut down. I'm not monetizing on this channel or on any channel yet. But if I were to be monetized, I would be kind of straddling the line and trying to stay on YouTube's good side to make sure I don't mess up the money that's coming in. That's the authority that I've submitted myself to, because I need the money to do whatever I need to do in this life. So we submit ourselves to whatever authority we want to. If I don't care about the money like that, or if I found a way to get money that doesn't require me to answer to somebody, then I don't have that authority. So my personal authority has always been the Most High first and foremost. And there's nobody who will ever supersede that in my life. And there are so many people who have tried, like so many people come into my life and think they can tell me how to live it. You can't tell me how to live my life according to, like I said, the Most High. You can give me suggestions. If I'm doing something wrong, you see I can do something better, I'll take that and I'll implement that. But you have no authority. You have no authority. It's important to distinguish between those two things. So anybody walks up to me and someone random, even if it's a family member, a friend, longtime friend, whoever, it doesn't matter. You have no authority over me. You have no authority over me, because I don't give it to you. And if I give you authority, like I give my mom authority, I give her a certain level of authority. She doesn't have authority over everything I do. The only person, like I said, the only one in my life who has authority over everything I do is the Most High. And that's how I choose to live my life. And I think whether you call him the Most High, whether you call him God, whatever moral code, you adhere to, if you feel like that's the only thing in your life that you need to be authoritative to, I said authoritative to, if that's the only authority that you need to adhere to, then you do that. If for whatever reason you feel like you're the only authority in your life, adhere to your authority. You're your authority in that situation. And you can have different authorities for different things. Like I said, of course, whatever I need to do to make money in this life, I'm going, that's going to be my authority. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything and everything to make money, but if I found an honest living, and that honest living requires me to do certain things. Say, for instance, I got to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I hate waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But if I want to get that check so I can pay my rent next month, I'm going to have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's an authority in that area of my life. And it's not wrong to do that. So like I said, just, I don't know where I'm going at this point. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm just out here getting the walk in. Very, very interesting day today. I had somebody come, this girl I used to order food from. She used to do soul food and meal preps. Her name is Nini Soul Food and Catering. I was ordering a lot of food from her when I first moved over here. And it was weird, because I was just like I said, I've been dealing with a lot the past couple days, so I needed to get out and clear my head. And the first thing, because I was going to go take some boxes down, the first thing I see when I walk down the stairs is Nini. She pulls up and she's like, "Hey man, it's been a minute." I'm like, "Oh, what's okay, Nini?" It was the most random experience, but she was talking about how, I stopped ordering food. I told her because, I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to save money because, her plates are kind of pricey, but they good though. It's worth it. And she was like, "Oh yeah, okay, you look good. What you been doing?" And we just talked about what I was doing, how I was dieting, and what I'm trying to do to lose weight. I wished her, well on wherever she was going, like she was busy, and maybe that might lead to a connection down the line. But it just goes to show, it's like, okay, even though this person over here tried to ruin my day and basically tried to put me into a box for the rest of my life, all it took for me was to walk downstairs the very next day to change my entire perspective. You know, I didn't have to accept that thing yesterday, and then today I got validation that, you know, look, there's so many people in this world. Don't lose yourself over trying to chase after one person or whoever it is that you feel beholden to. Whew, that's all I gotta say. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I hope my message was coherent. I'm not the best at communicating my thoughts by voice. We will be working on that. That's what this channel is about. I'm just speaking my mind, trying to speak my mind, get more comfortable talking about whatever it is that is on my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the apartment, and I got a lot going on. I got a lot to do in this next month and a half. So, but I will continue to put these messages out here. We'll be a little more active on YouTube for the foreseeable future, since I have a little more time on my hands right now. And I'll show y'all, you know, I'll clue y'all in on what else is going on with me in due time, and hopefully those things, or whatever stories or whatever anecdotes I have might help people. But yeah, I have a lot of things planned. I just need to find the time and the space to actually do them. Like I said, it's time to clear my head. So I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate anybody who's watching, and thank you. I hope y'all have a great day. Shalom, shalom, shalom.